Hope everyone is having a great start to the brand new week. This week feels like a little calm before the storm because of the Venus approaching to um, align with the Jupiter in harmonious trine. This aspect happens closer to the end of the week over the next weekend, but this is a very benefic, beautiful, harmonious energy that we're gonna move this week with. And it's a great omen to have right before the arrival of the storm of that lunar eclipse, right? Anyway, but even through this harmonious, even under this harmonious energy, we are under those three outer planets talking to each other, which are Pluto at 29 degrees of Capricorn, Neptune at 28 degrees of Pisces, talking with Uranus at 27 degrees of Taurus, outer planets talking in this kind of a significant way at the last degrees of a zodiac can make us feel like the end of the world in a way. And it can make us, it can bring up a lot of energies of the restrictions and fear or worries or vulnerabilities and a lot. It's just a lot. Apocalyptic energy is present with us. It feels like the end of one era in many different ways, but we have to remember today, as Mercury ingress back into Virgo, it is up to us to see the world filled with misery or filled with love. We can look at this situation individually and collectively as a a situation filled with pain and grief and unpredictability that can bring up a lot of confusions and all of that, or we can trust that everything is happening for our highest good, and we can choose to be here and now in love with life and gather our power back to our own selves rather than scattering and giving our power away to everything by thinking this, thinking that, going into the past, going into the future. They are all the things that we're thinking about take our power away, and we have to choose to not to do that. And if we choose to keep our power in us, then the power stays with us, right? Magician is with us. This is the Mercury ruled card. Mercury is back in its home sign. Mercury is strong in Virgo because Mercury can tap back into this Virgo quality of being in service, not serving what other people's need or not serving what others think beneficial or going along with other people say or comparing ourselves this and that and analyzing and criticizing all that, right? That's kind of a lower archetype of Virgo in Mercury in Virgo. But the higher archetype of Mercury in Virgo is all about, what did I come here to do? What did I reincarnate to this being, into this body in this lifetime to do, to serve, to how can I be in service of my higher self, of my cosmic consciousness? How can I be in service of others, of humanity, of this planet Earth, of this whole entire galaxy, right? Can I use my mind in that manner rather than using my mind trying to figure out, thinking of all the problems and keep fighting those battles that we face, right? By holding resistance, holding anger, frustration, and all of that. No, today is the day that we are returning back to our own power. The Hierophant energy is, to me, is the higher guide, the teacher, the master teacher of this whole entire cosmos. And the Hierophant, it's the 5, right? It's the energy of change. The constant change is the master teacher of us, in a way, right? We know that everything is constantly changing and nothing stays the same. Every moment, every breath, every cells dying and rebirthing every moment, right? We are dying and we are renewing, rebirthing every single moment, but our mind can get so stuck in resistance to not to kind of flow, right? Flowing with change can be very hard, but today is the day we want to return back to choose not to resist, choose to stay in a flow state, choose to trust the higher guide, and know that we are a part of this evolution. Big evolution is happening, big changes are happening, and we are gonna be the one to serve love, serve peace, and to be that harmonious energy itself, to co-create that world filled with that love, right? Divinity, the divine love and peace energy. 7 of Wands is the back of the deck, and yes, still there are a lot of things that we can hold, you can be resistant against. There are energy frequencies that is not matching with us, and then we are kind of defending ourselves and trying to figure out how to deal with those situations. And sometimes keeping up the clear boundary can be the thing. Sometimes you can just drop the one to walk away from that battle and go into the inner cave where you connect to your higher guide. You find your creative source, right? Creativity is the source of all creation, and we are so powerful to create the life, create life filled with love, filled with harmony, filled with ease, and choose to return back to that power again and again, right? In one moment we can tap back into that, and the next moment our mind can start to pull us in all sorts of directions and start fighting again. And with Mercury at 0 degrees of Virgo today, we want to create a new solid ground. Every time planets go through that 0 degree point, it is a rebirthing point. So our mind, Mercury, is dying and rebirthing now. It holds infinite possibilities to bring some kind of new shift, timeline shift. Quantum leap can happen today if we choose to make that happen, and if we decide to make it happen. So make some kind of a commitment to our own mind today, not to react the same old way, not to think the same old way, not to feel the same old way. And every time that we catch ourselves falling into all those mind traps, we come back to grab onto our own magic wand of our own will to know, I am not going down on that same old pathway. I am pivoting. I am creating a new pathway for my new focus, my new attention that will take me to the higher ground, expansive ground filled with that is self-love. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for listening. Wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day.